Looking back on 2011 and looking forward to 2012, we will do both on the first Monday of the brand new year as Kababayan LA starts right now. Manigong bagong taon mga kababayan at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Tapos na ang taong 2011. Ngayon po ang unang Lunes ng buwan ng Enero. Ngayon din po ang unang Lunes ng taong 2012. I know a lot of you are still recovering from festive New Year's Eve parties. If you spend it with family and friends, be thankful. If you had the resources to spend it anywhere, be thankful. You know, that's just what we need to be. Thankful and, of course, hopeful for the brand new year. This past 2011 has been quite difficult for some. A lot of calamities, a lot of natural disasters. Some of our kababayans in the Philippines are still recovering from that. They still need our help, so let's not forget about that. But today on Kababayan LA, we are going to do both, looking back on 2011 and looking forward to 2012. So ano ba ang maaari nating abangan? Mga balitang lalabas or tutuloy or magtutuloy sa taong 2012. Pag-usapan po natin yan sa balita.
Pinoy na Pinoy, Weekend Balita.
This segment is brought to you by Philippine Airlines, your only non-stop flight provider to the Philippines for the 2012 Fiestas.
And of course, hindi po mawawala sa usapan ang ating Editor-in-Chief of Midweek and Weekend Balita that joins us twice a week for this last year. Thank you so much again, Ronnie, for sharing stories and information with us every week on the show.
That's true. Actually, for the last 3 years na tayo magkasama. Diyan na lang noon. Tagal na.
Thank you. Hindi ka pa ba nagsasawa?
Hindi pa naman.
Hindi pa naman. Okay, good. And we have a new face here. We've had you before on the show, right?
Yeah.
Alan is joining us on Kababayan LA today to talk about a different newspaper, a new newspaper, and it might be something that you will be interested in. But first, Ronnie, we reviewed the top news stories, newsmakers from 2011, and top 3 Philippine stories. Ano yun? Arrest of GMA, and then exodus of our OFWs in different countries, going back to the Philippines, China and Philippines Spratlys Row, and top 3 Philam stories, Don Duero resigning, and
the nurses
victory,
and the teachers.
Nurses, Filipino teachers and nurses, and also Mount Pinatubo exhibit, and the top newsmakers, Defense Secretary Angie Reyes, and then a GMA again, newsmaker, and then President Noynoy Aquino. But honorable mention, let's talk about Robin Lim, who's a Filipino or a Filipino descent that won CNN Hero of the Year for 2011.
That's true, no? She won $250,000, ano?
Yes.
At yun naman, nasa Indonesia siya. She gives birth, she helps mothers to give birth for free. Midwife siya. At sa bayan natin, maraming mga ganyan, no? Although nasa Indonesia nga siya, no? Pero 4,000 mothers ang kanya na yata natulungan sa programa na
At ang kanyang motto is
Every mother counts.
Every mother counts. And also honorable mention, Manny Pacquiao remains to be the pride of the Filipino people, uniting Filipinos everywhere. And I'm sure, Alan, you have something to say about Manny. Everyone has an opinion about Manny Pacquiao.
He's my hero. I love Manny Pacquiao. I mean, the things he's done with boxing, and he's literally changed the world of boxing and become such a star, not just amongst the Filipino community, but just amongst the world. It's truly amazing. And
that is the kind of news that you are going to be seeing and reading about on U.S. Asian Post. Alan here is the Vice President of Operations for U.S. Asian Post. Alan, tell us about the newspaper.
Well, this newspaper, we want to try to capture the general Asian market. You know, these days, the Filipino community is so infused with all sorts of Asian culture from around the world. And we want to recognize that and cater to that community.
Right. And 1.7 million Philippine-born Filipinos living here. That's the immigrant community. We cater to them by addressing their need for connection to the home base through Balita.
Yeah, and of course, U.S. Asian Post. And not only that, because us Filipinos here in Los Angeles and Southern California in particular, this place is a mixture of different races, so we need to address that. We eat Chinese food, we love Thai food, Japanese food, and we also contribute our lumpia and pancit, which one of the two of the dishes are very popular to any race dito sa America.
And so we are Filipino Americans, but in the bigger scheme of things, we are also Asians. We are part of this Asian population, and that is what US Asian Post addresses because of, the name itself says. What kind of news stories can we expect to read in US Asian Post?
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of Asian fusion in this. There's anything from politics to the latest Asian trends on Google, anything that can even be of any interest to any second, third, fourth generation Asian Americans.
Would you say that it's for a younger audience?
Yes, yeah, I would definitely say that.
Younger audience, and the layout, a lot of pictures, nice paper. It's broadsheet. I noticed that. How many sections are there?
There's 3 or 4, depending on
news, lifestyle, food, trends,
well-being, health, and we even sometimes put it, just inject some sports or other, like politics he mentioned.
Ayan. Siyempre, bagong taon 2012, bagong pahayagan para sa ating mga kababayan. What are the stories? What are the top stories that you think we should look out for your generation, for your group, second, third, fourth generation Filipino Americans for 2012?
Well, we have noticed a lot of the younger generation Asian Americans are very much more into politics than before. And, as our latest edition was talking about the the Chinese Navy told to prepare for war and stuff like that. And I think the younger generations are very much into that.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. I mean, not looking forward to that, but involved and wanting to know the stories and information, wanting to be aware, wanting to be involved. Where can we get information online?
Yes, yeah, you can go check out usasianpost.com.
And where is this available, the physical copy of the paper?
You can get these at most Asian American markets,
what cities?
restaurants. There's
several cities.
Several
even
cities.
San Francisco, Las Vegas. We even go to New York, San Diego,
Seattle,
and of course here.
Yan. So sabihan niyo po ang inyong mga kaibigan, San Diego, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Seattle, everywhere. US Asian Post, your connection to Filipino Americans here in the US, also to the Asian community. And Ronnie, balita is still midweek and weekend balita.
Of course,
And
19 years, magiging 20 years na kami by next year. So, thank you very much.
And also www.balita.com. At kahit po hindi masyadong maganda ang mga balita mula sa Pilipinas, marami pong nagsasabi magulo ang political system, marami pong nagsasabi maraming mga kaguluhan, maganda pa rin pong bumisita sa Pilipinas, lalo na ngayong mga unang buwan ng pagsisimula ng taon dahil napakarami pong fiesta. If you don't believe me, watch this.
This segment is brought to you by Philippine Airlines, your only nonstop flight provider to the Philippines for the 2012 Fiestas.